Good morning, everybody. Morning, good morning. What a busy weekend. Not only for myself, but the news, the government. Kind of got a mixed bag today for stream. Just taking it a chill day. It's Monday. Kind of tired, even though I got 8 hours of sleep. At least I think I did. And yeah, mixed bag today, so I'm just zoning out. Watch a few videos, have a few articles about just kind of random shit. And yeah, kind of let's take a look at the markets today because it's it definitely didn't go down as much as I thought. What was I gonna do? Trading view. Like there's definitely some standouts here that did. But it's basically all gained back. Just like insane volume at market. Yeah, Friday. This is Friday 9. When is this? Monday. This time is weird at the bottom. All right. Yeah, we could see that we've mainly made most of it back, but we're still down a bit. But what does this mean? Oh. Yeah, I mean the tariff. This market close. Oh, Jolt's job openings. Oh, it's cool. It says it on here. Yeah, the tariffs have kind of, the markets are reeling. That's the word I'm using. I know this name from somewhere. I feel like I subscribe to like his RSS feed or something. But yeah, I feel like I've heard of him from like his RSS feed, this guy. Oh, I fucking bit my lip the other day and I keep hitting it. Yeah. Writer for Salon, so I mean he definitely has a left-leaning tilt, so to speak, but I think he's a like more of a finance guy. But yeah, let's look at this. He links to this handy guide here. And I've never actually read this before. I know that the stock exchanges have kind of like some sort of like things that rules that happen, you know, pause trading when certain things are triggered, like a kill switch type of thing. I think they called it a circuit breaker here. And I've never really looked into it and understood more of the dynamics and like what causes it, but it seems like they really thought that tariffs would hit the markets more. And you know, generally the markets are a good way to gauge how people think something will be it's a good indicator as to how likely something people think something will happen, or just in general is just a good indicator or a predictor of stuff. Yeah, and so they said that at the stock exchange open is, you know, depending on how much the stock market goes down, will kind of gauge how serious people are taking these tariffs, and or at least how long they think that they will last or stick. Mexico's tariffs are already done. Like, okay, like this okay, to me, the fact that they put tariffs on hold for 1 month, all over them saying that okay, here we go. They're pushing. So yeah, they put tariffs on Mexico. Now they're taking them back off after look, okay, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum and the U.S. President Trump said that they have put an agreed to put U.S. tariffs on Mexico on hold for a month after a telephone conversation with both leaders agreed to take a joint measure on fighting fentanyl trafficking across the border. I feel like this is like made up. Like is fentanyl that bad coming from Mexico? I swear it was coming from other places. Let's actually just look. This is like an insane topic to start stream with, but when I saw this, I was like, okay, to me, this proves that like the tariffs are just a fucking, you know, bullshit, because they're stopping it for a BS reason. It's like fentanyl. That's the reason. That's all Trump wanted. Like, I don't believe him. I feel like this is just an out. Maybe it's just like a. No, Trump doesn't even care. He doesn't care that much. President Trump said on his Truth Social platform that his conversation with the Mexican president was a very friendly conversation, wherein she agreed immediately to supply 10,000 Mexican soldiers to the border separating Mexico and the United States. Okay, see, this makes sense now. This headline does not make sense. Trump added that 25% tariff on Mexico would be paused for a month, during which we'll have negotiations headed by Secretary of State Mark Rubio, Secretary of Treasury Scott Bensent, Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick, and high-level representatives from Mexico. I look forward to participating in those negotiations as we attempt to achieve a deal between our two countries. Why do they put deal like this? Shamo said that Mexico agreed to immediately reinforce the U.S.-Mexico border with 10,000 members of National Guard to prevent drug trafficking from Mexico to the U.S., particularly fentanyl. U.S. agreed to work to prevent the trafficking on high caliber weapons in Mexico. Okay, yeah, anyways. Yeah, I don't know, this whole terror, this just seems kind of like a sham. This is such a butchered Googling of what I'm trying to figure out, but ado.org. This is 2020 from the DEA. Oh, here, this is NPR. I mean, I know people don't trust NPR, like they hate NPR, but they're reasonably factual. Bro, look, it's China. Like, that's what I thought. Bro, this is the DEA intelligence report from 2020. Okay, let's read. The flow of fentanyl in the United States 2018 is more diverse compared to the start of the fentanyl crisis 2014. New sources, countries. While Mexico and China are the primary source countries for fentanyl-related substance trafficking directly in the US, India is emerging as a source of finished. Yeah, so it's still Mexico and China, but here we go. Oh, I see. It's multi-step. Holy shit, it's way more complex. Yeah, China's the primary source. That's what I thought. But Mexico's still number 2, so it's fair. Anyways. Okay, yeah, see, this headline is exactly what I was thinking, though. That's what I was like, what? President Trump's illegal street fentanyl is one of the main justifications for sweeping trade tariffs. The connection between those two is insane. Like the fact that you could justify tariffs because of the fentanyl shit. Like what? Also, I just feel like tariffs are just a tax, and so like I don't know. Conservatives hate raising taxes. Like how come they're taxing everything? They're just raising taxes in a different way. That's not like a tax, but it is a tax. Bro, it's down, it's going down, yeah. Like we're almost 2022 levels, I guess. Well, Steve Ballmer here, USA Facts represent. Dang. All right, anyways, we were such a, I don't even know how we got there. Oh yeah, tariffs. Yeah, so anyways, people think, it seems like people thought that the market would react more, and it really didn't, which shows that the market isn't really taking these tariffs seriously, it seems like. Yeah, the answer to that question will tell us what the markets believe about Musk and Trump's intentions. Here are 4 scenarios. Drops 5%, less than 5%, which this is about what it's at now. I think it maybe did drop more than 5%, but it's recovered a bit. Markets do not believe Trump's tariffs on Mexico and Canada are likely to remain in place, nor are they especially concerned by the reports of turmoil in Washington over the weekend. They basically believe everything is normal, that Trump will quickly revert to par, allowing the broader economy to continue more or less as normal. This right now seems like what it's at, if I'm being honest. Bro, I'm such a noob. Like I don't even. I just want to see the percent change. But anyways. Yeah, so it's interesting to see that the market didn't really maybe react as hard as people would have expected. I kind of thought it would be a little bit more, because I guess it sucks that potentially prices are going to have to go up, even though they're already a little bit inflated before. Good morning, good morning. Sorry, I just saw this. I'm so sorry. I was zoned out, focused. Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. Markets are concerned. Okay, so if it's 5 to 7% markets return, tariffs will impact American economy in the near term. That this movement could trigger broader recessionary risk. They believe that Trump might be responsive to market pressure, but they aren't sold on this hope. The markets, yeah, I feel like really what it comes down to is that Trump's a liar and like people don't believe him. And so when he says that he's going to do some crazy shit, people don't believe him. And then he actually does it. And then now people still aren't taking it quite seriously, or they don't think that he's actually he's going to cave the pressure and he's going to stop the tariffs, which he did to Mexico for like, I don't know. The fact that he paused the tariffs for a month with Mexico over just sending troops to the border makes me think that like, that's like kind of a lame reason. Like, I don't know, like a flat out, straight up high tax on everything over like a few thousand soldiers. Like, what? Like, that's it? It just seems so weird. Like, it just doesn't seem like a, you know, he's calls himself the greatest salesman. It just doesn't seem like a good deal. Which is, I guess it just makes me think that they're kind of just a bit like, yeah, the tariffs are just like for show anyways. Yeah. Can't tell you what the market's going to say because I don't know how quickly it's able to simulate reality. What I can tell you is this: if we are at scenarios 1 or number 2, means this, less which we are currently scenario 1. It means the world does not understand political reality in America yet. Yeah, and I think Americans don't understand the political reality in America yet right now. That's what I think is happening. Because the reality is tariffs are the least of our problems. Tariffs are just a policy. It's a stupid policy, perhaps. A costly one for certain, but they are legal. There's ample precedent for them. They can be turned on or off quickly, which literally Trump snapped his fingers and Mexico had the tariffs off. Of course, correction is as close to instantaneous as it gets for a nation state. And nothing about tariffs impacts the underlying economic position of the United States. At worst, they increase inflation and suppress growth. Yep, which is probably what would happen. Maybe even spark a recession. And I don't know. I feel like the Federal Reserve is doing a pretty good job about avoiding a recession right now. And I doubt they would want to see a recession. Though I don't see them lowering interest rates again. Because then I feel like the Fed is, Jerome Powell's in such a fucked position right now, because if he does anything like in Trump's favor immediately, then like, you know, people will call that out. But then if he doesn't, which he's kind of not now, then people will get mad. Like, I feel like Trump's like, yeah, that's interesting. I just don't think the Federal Reserve would let a recession happen, but I don't know. They've done it before. Inflation, slow growth, recession are painful but recoverable. We've seen them before. We'll see them again, irrespective of what happens with these tariffs. The real danger is what we saw with the FBI and Treasury this weekend, because those actions strike at the heart of the economic order. Some concerns, the FBI, this is like kind of, I guess, a little side tangent, but kind of related. The FBI, the Trump administration decapitation of the FBI cannot be read as anything other than a declaration of federal law enforcement is now entirely a political operation. Yeah, I mean, the loyalty stance that Trump makes, you know, obviously, like, makes it like it even if it's not, it makes it seem like it is, just because of the things that Trump demands in return that no one else would ever demand, except someone who is kind of like takes an authoritarian stance, or someone who just wants them to be, you know, like loyal no matter what. I guess, like, I don't know, I'm trying to phrase in other words that don't make it sound as bad, but it's fucking bad. Like, I mean, it's bad. Like, it's weird. Authoritarian, you know, it's like dictatorship. Must take over the treasury payment system. Yeah, and this is kind of weird too, especially cause, like, I don't know, there's been like rumors coming out about like essentially like kids are like 19 and 24-year-olds are playing roles in this. Like, I'm not saying, you know, like they're not like smart, but like they're 19, like they pay taxes like for 1 year. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't trust myself to go into this, like, you know, treasury system or be like that kind of person, you know? What am I trying to do? Oh, here. Musk allegedly has control of the system the U.S. government uses to distribute congressionally mandated payments. Further, Musk claims that he personally is putting a stop to payments that he does not like. I mean, I believe this, but I need to like see a little bit more proof. That's kind of, there's nothing linking to like kind of a big claim like that. First, this obviously could not happen unless the FBI has been neutered because these actions are badly illegal. Of course, the DOJ and FBI refuse to investigate crimes that are... Then, are they really crimes at all? Is this in this article? Oh, it is. Tesla's stock price will tell us a lot about the market's understanding the rule of law in America. I mean, like, maybe. But bro, Tesla's stock is down the most. Granted, I think they didn't have the best earnings recently. Yeah, still. Yeah. Okay, I mean, this guy's like not, it's kind of like he's not really hitting anything. No offense. Like, nothing really crazy has happened yet. Second, if Musk is personally deciding what money comes out of the treasury, then it is impossible to predict where economic disruptions will hit. Will Musk stop payments to social services vendors in South Dakota or aerospace contractors in New Jersey? Will he refuse to make interest payments on government debt? Bro, he better not. I'm a big holder of government debt here, all right? Will he ratchet back Social Security disbursements? If you cannot predict government disbursements after laws have mandated them, then you cannot predict the future economic environment. I get what he's getting at here. Like, you know, I think because there's typically things that happen, and like he's saying that like those things may not happen. Like, I guess from a financial like market, like finance bro perspective, I get it because things are just very unpredictable right now. There may have been things that usually generally happened at certain time frames, or just these disbursements that are for contractors that may be public company, etc. And so it's hard to predict or understand, like, you know, react to the market when you just don't know what's going to happen. So I think that's what he's kind of getting at, which I get. I understand that makes sense. Okay, the future of banking. If you wanted a real doomsday scenario, you'd start worrying about the future of the FDIC and ACH systems. I swear the FDIC, that was already kind of like whatever, because there's been instances where the FDIC doesn't bail customers out, even though like they theoretically should. I feel like there's like a few recent instances. I just can't think. But no way they would mess with the ACH system. It's like the bank transfer. FDIC is the program that guarantees the bank. Excuse me. The bank funds of ordinary customers is one of the most important New Deal reforms enacted to prevent another Great Depression. Yeah, when a bank run and everyone wants their money out, or a bank fails and no one could get their money back, which has happened recently. Silicon Valley Bank. I swear it happened even more recently, but it has been the Musk-Trump. It has been in the Musk-Trump crosshairs. If the If the FDIC is neutered, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, I've heard, is in the chopping blocks mainly because Mark Andreessen hates it, I'm pretty sure. But I've never heard it with like Trump and Musk. But if the FDIC is neutered, the rules surrounding capital requirements for banks would shift in ways that are impossible to anticipate and could reshuffle the American banking system itself. Yeah, because banks have to keep a certain percentage of deposits of how much people have in their bank account, I think, in cash. Maybe the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau enforces that. Bro, no way he closes the FDIC. Bro, like that's gonna cause like people to keep fucking their cash in their mattress and shit, you know, because now it's like there's literally no reason to trust a bank. I'm just gonna keep all my money in bonds. The only way, it's like, you know, to buy the government debt. That's the only way to guarantee like no risk. Like it's cash. Yeah, it could increase consumers' exposure to risk. Yeah, literally. Consumer financial protection, bro. Like I could see that. Like that's like whatever. It's more so the FDIC. Even more concerning is the country's ACH system, the automated clearinghouse is a utility system that routes and transfers most electronic funds in the United States. There's a federal component, the federal ACH, and a smaller component run by a consortium of banks. What if Musk is looking to disrupt the ACH system, or, more to the point, replace it with his own private system? Blockchain. I did hear blockchain. It's like the first real use of blockchain. Just kidding. Here are things to know. Musk recently declared that his company X in a year will be such a complete financial service hub that you won't need such a bank. Okay, but like why would you believe anything Elon Musk says? Like at least any timeline he has said, it's not come to fruition. The timelines he says and things are ridiculous. Over the weekend, X.com became the exclusive platform for external communication by the National... No, wait, what? National Transportation, or is that the... Yeah, that's the National Transportation... For media covering the airplane crashes in Washington, Philadelphia, all entities, suites about news conferences or other investigation information will be posted on this X account. We will not be distributing information via email. What the fuck is happening? That's insane. Also over the weekend, Musk launched a series of lawsuits against private corporations for not advertising on X. His position seems to be that private companies should be compelled to buy advertising services from him. Yeah, I mean, this is... I swear he's already done this though, right? Yeah, but like, this makes no sense, bro. What the fuck is happening? What timeline are we on? Musk forces allegedly have access to the Treasury federal payment system. Yeah, I heard that. Does this sound to you like a situation that could potentially end with Musk attempting to discriminate or disintermediate the ACH system and route all electronic transfers, including all transfers made by federal governments, through his private company? Because that's what it sounds like to me. That's a big... I don't know about that. Okay, like I could see the dots being connected, because now that he has access to these systems and like you know, his views on things and everything, like I could see them getting to this. But if that actually happens, that would be so insane. Like that would be so insane. I don't know. This seems like a little bit of a stretch. Okay, the paralysis. Once upon a time, whenever a bomb went off in the Middle East, oil prices would spike. It was a risk premium. Even though an individual bombing was unlikely to result in disruptions in oil production or shipping, there was always the risk that it might. And because that risk was well understood, the markets would respond to it. I'm not so sure the markets are capable of understanding the level of risk we currently face. It's too big and too novel. It's beyond any of the participants in the markets can. Wars, financial crises, and even pandemics. They all have precedent. We've seen them. We can understand them, what danger looks like, at least in theory. We can put prices on the various risks. I suspect the markets do not quite understand the gravity of our situation because they've never seen anything like it in a first world country. They have never witnessed a global hegemon attempt suicide. I think though, also to this point though, like the last time, I think it was the last time we had, in terms of the United States, like United States like income, I think we've not had tariffs be a high percentage since like the 20s or something. So I think that, yeah, it's like we don't really know what this will cause, what will happen. Like, they don't understand it. I get this point. I do understand this point. If the markets understand the peril of America's position at the moment, then tomorrow will be a financial bloodbath. In a way, this would be the best case scenario, because shocking losses in the stock market are a signal Trump understands. He dropped, yeah, and that's what I think, though. The Mexico thing was just kind of a, like, he just did it because he realized that like people didn't like it. Maybe, like, I could see him doing that. Then tomorrow will be a financial bloodbath. In a way, this would be the best case scenario, because shocking losses in the stock market are a signal Trump understands. A drop of 9% or more might convince him to get rid of Musk and put a hold on his assault on the government. How would he make that connection, though? I don't understand this connection. How would a drop of 9% or more be tied to Musk? I don't think it was Musk's idea for the tariffs, was it? The financial bloodbath might save us, at least temporarily, but if the markets don't understand where we are, then we'll continue on the current path and things will get worse. Yet, even if it's too late to stop the dismantling of the federal government, I'm confident that the markets will understand eventually, because when the old political and financial orders fall, someone is going to make a killing. Yeah, okay, that was an interesting article. I don't know. Let's read this now. It's very short. JV last of the Bulwark provides a handy guide to what's happening tomorrow in the financial markets. The question is, will the drop stay below 7%? The Dow plunged over 600 points right out the gate. Donald Trump has launched the dumbest trade war in history, thus said Wall Street Journal. Is this, yeah, I think this is the yeah, the editorial, yeah, the Wall Street Journal editorial board, which is like, yeah, right here. I don't even want to click on it because, like, I feel like if it's gonna fuck up with, I guess Wall Street Journal's have an algorithm, but like, this is like, you're like wandering into like the jungle over here in the opinion section on the Wall Street Journal. Like, facts out the window, you know. I guess it is opinion, but like, fuck, it's insane. It's just like such a contrast to what the normal Wall Street Journal reporting is. The fact that the extremely conservative editorial board said this is insane. Canada and Mexico vow retaliation in response to Trump's tariffs amid economic uncertainty. I don't really care to read this though, but the Journal editorial report. I didn't even know they had this. Like, I literally never read the editorial section. Yeah. Thus said the Wall Street Journal, while people are screaming for more affordable housing, Trump dramatically increased the price of lumber out of Canada just ahead of the spring building season. That's on top of the five alarm fire Trump started by firing inspector generals and the FBI agents from coast to coast. And oh, Mr. America first following Musk shut down to U.S. aid. Yeah, I did hear this, for they told him to like not even show up. In Washington, U.S. aid headquarters was closed for the day, with employees told in an email to remain at home. Logos and photos of its aid work have also been stripped from building walls, and its websites and social media accounts have gone dark, replaced with a reduced version of its webpage on the State Department's website. The security information on U.S. aid files now in the hands of Musk's junior fire starters between the ages of 19 and 24. On Sunday, CNN reported that DOJ personnel attempted to improperly access classified information in security systems at the U.S. Agency for International Development. That's U.S. aid. And that top U.S. aid security officials who thwarted the attempt were subsequently put on leave. What the heck? The Associated Press reported that DOJ personnel had indeed access to classified material. What we're seeing is unprecedented in that you have these actors who are not really public officials gaining access to the most sensitive data in government, says Don Moynihan, a professor, Public University of Michigan, who really have little eyes on what's going on. Congress has no ability to really intervene and monitor what's happening because they aren't really accountable public officials. So this feels like a hostile takeover of the machinery of the government by the richest man in the world. Yeah, and it's like weird that like they wouldn't expect people to view it like this though. Like you'd expect them to like understand that like this is what would happen, but kind of weird. I think this is Blue Sky. Is this just published? Okay. Was this published today? Oh shit, this dude's fucking working. Ah, yes it was. Oh, okay.
Agency for International Development, known as USAID, were told to stay out of the Washington, D.C. headquarters. USAID staffers said they tracked 600 employees who reported being locked out of the agency's computer systems overnight. Elon Musk said on X Spaces this morning, the agency is beyond repair and must be shut down. USAID administers billions of dollars in humanitarian, development, and security assistance in more than 100 countries. USAID security chiefs were placed on leave after refusing to turn over classified material in restricted areas.
This is interesting because this definitely seems like, I'm pretty sure this is what Reagan did, right? Like, what's it called? Like, there's a name for it. It's like, Reagan. It was like, what do you call it? Like peace with strength or some bullshit? I swear this is kind of, yeah, can help preserve peace, has begun many leaders from Roman. Realpolitik. The idea, realpolitik is the approach of conducting diplomatic political policies based primarily on considerations of given circumstances and factors rather than strictly following ideological moral. Blah, blah, blah. It shares perspective as that's not what I thought it was. The idea has critics. Yeah. Peace through strength is easily enough to become peace through war. Yeah, I need to look into this more. I swear I was just like reading about like protectionism or like it's definitely like national conservatism. Conservatism. Nationalist varies of consider that concentrates upholding national cultural identity, communitarianism, and the public role of religion. Okay, definitely not maybe that, not the religion part at least. Here's aspects of traditional conservatism and social conservatism while departing from economic liberalism and libertarianism, as well as taking a more pragmatic approach to regulatory economics and protectionism. National conservatives usually combine conservatism with nationalist stances, emphasizing cultural conservatism, family values, and opposing illegal immigration or opposition to immigration. Yeah, okay, so this is kind of what it is. And this, I'm pretty sure. Okay, this is like Peter Thiel. I keep bringing him up, but like this is kind of like what he believes in, I'm pretty sure. Roots in environments with rural traditionalists are perhaps peripheral bases, contrasting the more urban support base of liberal conservative parties. Yeah, I mean the Republican Party, but we only have two parties, so. National conservatives usually support foreign policy that upholds the interests of their nation. Tariffs, i.e. tariffs. They lean towards militarism, unilateralism, and isolationism. This is the term I was looking for. Yeah, they reject internationalism and multilateralism. So many isms here. That has characterized the modern global age. They often have a negative view of the United Nations, feeling that its globalist agenda erodes the unique national identity as well as the European Union and other internal organizations. Yeah. Yeah, isolationism is kind of more the words I was looking for. Political philosophy of advocating a foreign policy that opposes involvement in the political affairs and especially of the wars of other countries. Yeah, that's exactly what Trump is kind of doing here, you know. Thus, isolationism fundamentally advocates neutrality and opposes entanglement in military alliances and mutual defense pacts, NATO. I feel like Trump just doesn't want to participate in like anything. He doesn't want to participate in anything that has to do with other countries because he thinks that we pay more, even though I'm pretty sure it's usually based off of GDP, so it's like kind of fair. In its purest form, isolationism opposes all commitments to foreign countries, including treaties and trade agreements. Tariffs. He wants everything to be manufactured domestically. In political science lexicon, there's also a term of non-interventionism, which sometimes improperly used to replace the concept of isolationism. Non-interventionism is commonly understood as a foreign policy of political or military non-involvement in foreign relations or in other countries' internal affairs. Isolationism should be interpreted as more broadly as a foreign policy grand strategy of military and political non-interference in international affairs and in the internal affairs of sovereign states, associated with trade, economic protectionism, cultural and religious isolation, as well as with inability to be in permanent military alliances. However, some opportunities to participate in military alliances meet the current interests of the state and permanent. Okay, yeah. I feel like that's kind of what more Trump is taking at now. Some scholars believe the United States has an isolationist history, but most other scholars dispute that claim. I feel like this is just more so the stance Trump is kind of making. Huh. Maybe this isn't the word I was thinking of. Sorry, I'm just going on this stream is just one big side tangent. Like every stream is like one big side tangent, but this was a month ago. I feel like foreign policy, what is their political leaning? I'm so weird now, like I just have to know because like it just otherwise I feel like I'm just gonna like foreign policy. They're owned by someone though. I guess they don't have a parent company? I thought they were owned by someone. Yeah, okay. Graham Holdings. Just a conglomerate. Okay, so this is the Washington Post. Right, okay, got it. Oh, this is a way longer article than I thought. I just want to read a summary. Yeah, I'll save this to my read later. Actually, we could just get a summary right now. We got Summarizer, we got AI Summarizer. Summarize key points in 6 or less bullet points. We use Gemini. Actually, this change. We could change this. I don't want to leak like a API key or something. We'll do this a different time. We can still summarize it though. We'll just use the existing. It might take a second though. It fails like 1 out of 3 times too. Oh, it didn't. Okay, so we got it. Dang, it just roasted. Let's see. That's just going to mean resources, web. Here we go. Key points. Okay, globalization is breaking down due to various factors, including technological change, competition, geopolitical tensions. Developed countries are turning against the global order they created with rising protectionism and trade restrictions. Manufacturing jobs are moving to emerging markets, yeah, like China, Vietnam, like Southeast Asia a lot, South America even, Mexico. And competition for jobs has increased. And this is, manufacturing jobs are kind of come from like the Rust Belt kind of states, like where it was previous there, but it's obviously like manufacturing's not that big in the United States anymore. So yeah, there's a lot of jobs. There's little jobs, but a lot of workers, I imagine. Immigration has become more salient political issue, which further contributes to isolationism. Governments are turning to polarization, blaming others, and implementing protectionist policies instead of focusing on reforms to help workers adapt. Multilateral institutions are becoming less effective due to lack of trust and changing global order. Yeah, definitely lack of trust. The old economic and political consensus on globalization is eroding. Global challenges like climate change and migration require more cooperation, not fragmentation. Yeah, that's true. Countries will eventually want to draw together again after experiencing cost of isolationism. Yeah. And I think though this is an interesting point, because I really think though it's going to come down more so to corporations. Like I mean, like, let's be real, like the corporations kind of control a lot of the globalization stuff. Trump putting tariffs is a way of trying to force, you know, corporations to domesticate things, i.e. manufacturing. And so I think it's really going to be corporations realizing that, like, fuck, it's going to cost so much more money to make things in America, i.e. our margins are going to go away, i.e. our fiduciary duty to our shareholders is not going to be withheld because we can't, you know, we're not doing the best we can. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be corporations that are going to be corporations benefit from globalization, I guess. I feel like they're the ones who are going to want to be then asking for it back. Okay, that was, I don't even remember. We started here. Yeah, brace for impact. Oh yeah, we watched this thing, and then then I looked up something about isolationism with Trump, and then we're back here. Okay, Washington Post. Senator Charles Schumer wrote on X Friday that any move to dissolve U.S. aid would be illegal. In a joint letter Friday, Senator Jeans Shaheen and Brian Scatz and Representative Gregory W. Meeks, okay, whatever, wrote that the freeze jeopardized energy assistance for Ukraine, helping Americans' adversaries like Russia and China. Yeah, but they don't care. Like, this isn't a way to convince, like, you're not going to convince them otherwise. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced an exemption for life-saving programs like PEPFAR, but aid officials said other projects remain in limbo and are at risk of shuttering if the funding freeze continues. Yeah, the website's taken down. If there's no pushback, they'll keep going. Yeah, literally. Like they don't care, like, the fact that, like, it's gonna, like, jeopardize this. It's like they don't care. Like, unless there's anything, like, stopping them, it's not gonna do anything. There's a recommendation worth pursuing. Let your members of Congress know what you think Musk closing U.S. aid and handing security information to, in one case at least, a kid just out of high school. I think though, like, it's just like, yeah, I was actually thinking about writing to my representative the other day, but, like, no offense, like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Like, especially, like, the Democrats are kind of like, I don't know, having identity crisis is like kind of being nice. I didn't check these names yet, but congressional switchboard phone numbers is correct, and that's the important thing to know and use. Yeah, it's kind of weird though. Like, people are like, just like, these guys are just getting doxxed now. Like, it is kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. This shit's insane. This is February 2nd. Yesterday at 5 a.m. Bro, Trump is going after the Wall Street Journal. But I don't think, people still feel like people still don't understand what's going to happen. And so I'm just curious how they're going to frame it if prices do ultimately go up, which I mean, I think that they will. All right. I don't know. This is beyond the scope. I don't know what that latest one was. Okay. We'll take a look at this article real quick, and then we'll do some tech stuff and then end with some gaming. Corporate America cozies up to Elon Musk as billionaires deepen ties with Donald Trump. And this is what it's like weird, where it's like, Also, that this makes it seem like Trump was president through 45 through 47. I feel like he needs a 45/7, not a dash. Like the dash is weird. But like this is like, does no one else see this? Like this is so like fucked. It's so, and it's obvious like what people are doing, and it's so crazy that like no one, I don't know, I shouldn't say no one cares, but like it just seems like people don't care. Like this is what they voted for, you know? It's like that, what? America's largest company is cutting deals with Elon Musk businesses or touting links to the world's richest man as he solidifies his power within Donald Trump's administration and begins to radically restructure the US government. Oh, here we go. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said he was the acting director of USAID, the humanitarian aid agency targeted by Elon Musk. What the fuck? A rush of announcements in recent days, including Visa finalizing a payment processing deal with Musk, social media site X, and United Airlines accelerating a plan to use Musk's Starlink satellites for in-flight Wi-Fi. Amazon has also boosted advertising spending on X, which has previously shunned due to proliferation of hate speech on the platform. It was one of the top 10 advertisers on the platform in the US in January, after spending more than 10 times as much that month compared with December, according to data from market intelligence group Sensor Tower. On Monday, Apple updated its iPhone operating system, allowing T-Mobile users in the US to connect to Musk's Starlink satellites. Boeing chief executive Kelly Orberg said he had been working with Musk, a competitor in the space and defense sectors, to accelerate delivery of 2 Air Force One planes that are over budget and years late. I'm pretty sure this started when Trump was in office or something. Oracle, the enterprise company run by Trump supporter Larry Ellison, also announced a Starlink collaboration, while Intel touted a growing media partnership with X before broadcasting a live event together with Microsoft on the platform. Separately this week, roughly $3 billion of debt tied to Musk's purchase of X, held by banks including Morgan Stanley for more than 2 years, began to move, with investors including Apollo interested in a tranche. Yeah, but this is like bad. This one actually isn't that good. It's because they're like, you know, they're not making money, and you know, they have payments that they need to make. The debt has become more attractive in part thanks to $50 billion valuation of XAI, in which X owns a 25% stake. Oh, X, the company owns a 25% stake. That's so fucked. That's why. Other businesses. Wait, how the fuck is XAI at a $50 billion valuation? No offense. Where do they get that? Other businesses have already mended relations with Musk. Following Trump's win in November, JP Morgan dropped a 3-year lawsuit against Tesla, in which it was seeking $162 million over alleged breaches of a stock warrants contract. The lender denied the timing was anything other than coincidental. Okay, yeah, we could keep going through this, but yeah, we get the point. Musk team at the advisory department sincerely are looking at things that are in the contract or in the process that are slowing us down or aren't providing us value. Musk might be able to provide industrial processes at Boeing, but raised questions about its involvement with the Air Force One project. Oligarchy is bad enough, he said, but oligarchy with a competitor doing enforcement is double, triple as bad. Yeah. Who said that? Yeah, I don't know. Kind of crazy. Like, it's just kind of weird. OpenAI launched deep research, but honestly, I don't even care. Like, I feel like a lot of OpenAI stuff is kind of just marketing. You know, like because AI companies don't actually really have to show you behind the scenes, or that they just straight up don't. I feel like they can kind of, you know, mess with things a bit, tweak things a bit to sell things for more than what they are. And it's just more so marketing. And I know there's benchmarks and things, but like there's 01, 03, 03 high, 03 mini high, there's deep research, and it's like they're all just the same thing with a different naming, with the, you know, all with the flavors and like things just tweaked a bit. Like, I don't really know how much value all these are creating. I feel like they make more value by just combining things into something that's a bit more centralized, a model, or at least having models that have more unique abilities behind it that are, you know, more siloed, more for one vertical than just like these everything, like these models that are like skeleton key to solve everything or to do everything. Like, I don't know, it's kind of just been feeling weird with that lately. So it's like, yeah, I don't know, this is like cool, but like I just don't know if it's like anything crazy. OpenAI announced a new AI agent designed to help people conduct in-depth complex research using ChatGPT, the company's AI-powered chatbot platform. Appropriately enough, it's called Deep Research. OpenAI said in a blog post published Sunday that its new capability was designed for people who do intensive knowledge work in areas like finance, science, policy, and engineering and need thorough, precise, and reliable research. It could also be useful, the company added, for anyone making purchases that typically require careful research, like cars, appliances, and furniture. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is just like, this is exactly what I thought Operator was, or whatever the fuck. Purchases that are typically require careful research, like cars. Basically, ChatGPT Deep Research is intended for instances where you don't just want quick answers or summary, but instead need to assiduously consider information from multiple websites and other sources. It's also just Perplexity Pro, like, you know, that's what it is, which is I've been using a lot more. I just canceled my ChatGPT Plus subscription because I just wasn't even using it enough, but I just didn't really think the value was there. I don't know, I just don't really value like all this like task stuff and shit. Like, it's just nothing crazy, so it's like, I don't know. It's making ChatGPT Pro users available to Pro users today, limited to 100 queries per month. With support for Plus and Teams users coming next, followed by Enterprise. ChatGPT Deep Research, you'll just select Deep Research in the Composer and then enter a query with the option to attach files or spreadsheets. It's web-only experience for now, with mobile and desktop integrations over the latest month. Deep Research could take anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes to answer the question, and you'll get a notification when the search completes. Just like Perplexity Pro, just saying. Currently, ChatGPT Research outputs are text only, but OpenAI said that it intends to add embedded images, data visualizations, and other analytic outputs soon on the roadmap, and ability to connect more specialized data sources, including subscription-based and internal resources. AI is imperfect after all. It's prone to hallucinations and other type of errors that could particularly be harmful in deep research scenario. That's perhaps why OpenAI said every ChatGPT deep research output will be fully documented with clear citations and a summary of the thinking, making it easy to reference and verify the information. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just kind of whatever. This is interesting. ASML, who makes equipment for semiconductor manufacturing, who China was their biggest customer and now they can't sell to. And then OpenAI to offer AI services in Japan. SoftBank will assign 1,000 employees to the joint venture, kickstart its sales engineering work. Yeah. Okay, let's watch some videos and do some game stuff. We could take a chill pill on other crazy shit that's happening. This game looks cool. Looks right up my alley. So let's watch the trailer.
Operator. We have arrived. That looks like a suitable landing location. You will have to connect with your command bot to venture outside. Color blue, my favorite. That looks like a resource. Deploy your mining turret, or use your gravity tether to gather everything you can. The worker bots will help you load resources onto the shuttle.
It seems like kind of I know it's like Astro, but it seems like Astroneer, but it's like astronomics. It seems like maybe economics.
You will have to navigate your way back to the freighter at the edge of the debris
Oh,
field.
we got a freighter. Love this already.
Set a course for the station and head to the manufacturing bay to process what you've collected. You will enjoy the station. It offers many services: refueling, repairs, upgrades.
You will
and
enjoy the
intervals.
station. No
Start
question.
by selling your resources.
Right?
Then start planning your next expedition.
This actually looks, these graphics look very similar. Also, this is definitely based, seems very similar to Saturn. What's that Saturn game called? Rings of Saturn, which is like a mining game. It seems very similar to this.
Shifting asteroids are passing through your mining claim every day. Intercept them, exploit them, understand them, automate your tasks, and do so efficiently, for your time is always limited. And beware of those who wish to capitalize.
This looks cool. I see. Interesting.
A bright future awaits you, operator. For now, you will have to dream.
Looks cool.
But soon enough, you will be coming home for the very first time.
There's actually several games named Astronomics. Wait, is this like, this is different, right? Yeah. Early access though, unfortunately. Light Fingers is the only game, the other game. February 10th, in a week. Sweet. Okay, it's interesting. Let's check out this. I think I have a... Yeah, we have a Battlefield thing. Heard good things about Hard Machine. Yeah, Battlefield Labs. What the fuck is this? This is what my other thing I have. Let's watch it from the Battlefield, straight from the source.
Defending that last point in breakthrough.
You and your squad going together, trying to accomplish.
Okay, wait. I just skipped the point. For Studios Lost Globe, one brand new visionary team, Battlefield Studios. Oh, so this is probably the DICE. This is probably the new DICE studio.
Something.
Helicopter crashes into the building next to you, and all of a sudden the roof drops on your head.
The vehicle play is the destruction.
You've got tanks, you've got jets.
You get a bit sweaty in your palms.
That's full.
Or maybe this is like that game mode that like you could kind of like combine all the battlefields together.
Military experience. It's just unlike any other game I've played.
This franchise comes with a long history, spanning over 20 years now. But the question is, how do we continue to build on that and push Battlefield to the next level?
LA.
I've been playing Battlefield.
Yeah, this is like the new DICE evolution. Battle Portal, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Joined the team. When 1942 first came out, the amount of fun that we all sat down and had with it is just, still like a fond memory. So
wait, was that Vince?
Before I joined the team. When 1942 first came out, the amount of fun that we all sat
yeah,
down
okay,
and
this
had
guy,
with it,
this guy's kind of a
it is just,
Battlefield
still
legend.
like a fond memory. So in joining the Battlefield team, it was about the opportunity to give that team that space to do something just more amazing even than they've done in the past.
We set out with this ambitious idea of creating this new Battlefield universe. And to make that vision a reality, we had to think big.
Battlefield Studios.
4 studios comes with its own culture.
Okay, yeah. Okay, whoa. Oh, Criterion. I didn't realize that. Oh, wow.
And expertise into what we call Battlefield Studios.
Okay, wow.
One team that spans across the globe and combines 20 years of franchise experience with emerging talent.
It's interesting because just from reading, I've read like all of Jason Schreier's books except the Blizzard one, and like I just know that there's hella internal drama because of this, and like each studios probably like It's like, no, like we did this work, like we want to work on this cool thing, and the other studio's like, no, we want to work on the cool part, and like no studio wants to be like put in the background and work on like the boring shit. So like I wonder how kind of figuring all this out behind the scenes.
DICE has such a rich history with Battlefield.
I imagine DICE though would be taking the lead considering their experience, but who knows.
We've been working on it for years and years, but we also want to do something bigger and better than we've ever done before, and you can't do that with one studio.
That's all right. They seem
DICE
open to
is
it.
responsible for the multiplayer part of the game.
Okay, so that's how. So I mean, like that's like the important part though. Like that's like the entire game though. Did like Battlefield 1 even have a story?
Which incorporates things like destruction systems, class play,
Or
squad
5?
play, vehicles, gadgets, all of those kind of underlying systems that drive the experience.
So here at Motive, we're working on multiplayer maps, and we're also working on single-player mission content.
Oh really? I don't know. I don't think I've played 5. I think that's the only one I don't own and I haven't played. But I don't even, in Battlefield 1, I don't even remember. Even in 2042, I don't even remember.
We're driving a cinematic experience to the level that's never been done on Battlefield before.
Ripple Effects has a long history of working on the Battlefield franchise.
We're working on an experience that is really going to open Battlefield up to a whole group of new players, but really still exciting that core audience that has made this franchise so successful.
Why?
Criterion have been supported.
Except 2042? I guess the last one I remember playing is Battlefield 4. Like that's really the last campaign I remember.
Battlefield for a decade now, and now we're going to bring that to the table as a fully fledged kind of partner in the Battlefield studios.
Mainly, we've been focused on the single-player experience. So the campaign is back for Battlefield.
We have never before had this
I feel like maybe just not 2042. I think that that makes sense.
many teams.
I just had a deja vu, like that was so weird.
Talents dedicated.
All
to
except
the
2042. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's why they're like, it's coming back. I do wonder how many people buy Battlefield specifically for the campaign. Like, there's no way people buy Battlefield and play the campaign. Like, all right, cool. Like, finish the game. Just no reason to play it anymore.
On Battlefield. And we have a plan.
Which actually makes me question, like, if it, like, why does it even need to exist?
to create a new, exciting future for the franchise, alongside our players.
This game has so
like, I feel like people play multiplayer, and then like they're like, oh yeah, I'll play through the campaign. Like, it seems cool. It's like 10% of the reason I buy them. Yeah, exactly. But like, I guess like as a company, like spending the resources, like I could see it being hard to justify, you know, and like you really have to like sell it to the corpos type of thing.
potential. So I think it's about giving the team this time to really hone their craft.
We have to prototype, play test, get feedback,
and then repeat that loop
over and over and over again. We have to find
Dang.
gameplay that really.
Even COP has a campaign now, though. Yeah, but like that's like I feel similar with that. Even more so, actually, because like COD's like has a lot of microtransactions now. Even they still have it. Battlefield to keep it. Yeah. Hey, I mean, I'll play it. You know, like I'm for it. But I guess like if it wasn't there, I don't know. It's just be whatever. I guess.
Resonates with the players, and then build on that.
What is this entire video about, though? It's like
Labs is our new development initiative where players will get to test specific focus areas in the game.
I'm gonna sign up for that.
We've done similar things in the past, but this is a whole nother level. We're doing it before we launch the game, and we're doing it with so much more.
A lot of the community is pissed. Yeah, I do remember that. But I guess it's like, why? Like, I wonder how many people actually played it, though. You know, like it would be in such gamer fashion to be mad about something that they didn't even like use or play. Like, I don't know. Seems like true gamer behavior.
Content.
It's an exciting way for us to interact with our audience before things go live and make sure that what we have is really fun and polished.
And we have to test everything, combat to destruction to maps and modes.
We're going to test all the new features that we're putting out, and we're going to test hardware like weapons, vehicles, and gadgets.
We can try different things, but also validate what players are expecting from Battlefield.
That feedback is crucial in helping us know what to prioritize, what needs improvement, and what feels like a true Battlefield experience.
We're pre-alpha,
Alright.
so now is the time to test all the experiences our
Pre-alpha.
building for our upcoming launch and beyond.
Shit, I don't remember my EA login. I don't. This seems like just typical player play testing. That's like nothing new, but they're just kind of like making it an initiative. Fuck. I don't even remember my password.
Join our
I'll sign up
Discord,
later.
where you can learn more about our new closed testing environment. We call it Battlefield Labs. Let's build Battlefield together.
Pre-alpha gameplay. Holy shit. They already have gameplay. It's pre-alpha, but still.
Environment. We call it Battlefield Labs. Let's build Battlefield together.
It looks so good, though. Sick. Sweet. Interested to hear Jack Frags. Wonder if he's even this video came out 2 hours ago. Oh, yep. All right, we're gonna watch Jack Frags' video.
New Battlefield gameplay footage.
Jack Frags, and then I have. I actually have a video that I don't know if it's serious or not, and then
it's not much.
Hogwarts Legacy modding
But it does
announcement
give us a sense
trailer
of the
we'll
art
watch.
style and combat in the multiplayer game. Let's take a look. This is a few seconds from a video recently posted on the Battlefield YouTube channel where they talk about various elements of the game plus the new labs playtesting environment which you can sign up for. So in the pre-alpha gameplay clip, we can see a very gritty, realistic looking environment, potentially set in the Middle East.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And even the guns, though, the guns look it's modern day, I'm pretty sure, right? They said, or like near future, or is Battlefield 2042 considered near future, and then this is modern day?
Know that the new game will have a modern day setting. That's
Oh,
how
okay.
to think about this. We see
Got
an
it.
M1 Abrams tank surging forwards with soldiers in camo gear sprinting behind it. This one's seen carrying a backpack, assault rifle, and some kind of face covering. The point of view, whoever is playing here reloads an M4A1 carbine with a foregrip and a hollow sight, weapon customization. It's probably back. In the next clip, the tank fires a shot into the building on the right while other soldiers run and also take cover. Moving on now, on the other side of the street, soldiers run down a covered path, explosions and debris fly all around them. Plenty of kinetic energy in this scene. The soldier also screams "go go," maybe alluding to more battle chatter as you play. A squad of soldiers then run down the center of the street towards a wrecked bus and past burning tank traps. Some kind of grenade or rocket explodes near them, sending a shockwave of shrapnel and smoke through the air. The facade of a building then crumbles down to the ground, creating sparks and smoke as it goes, and in the final clip, a player runs up, fires an RPG at a building, causing the whole frontage of it to burst and begin to crumble in devastating fashion. One of the soldiers the player runs past here also features some kind of ghillie helmet or netting on their helmet for camouflage. This could be a recon character, as we know that classes are returning for the new game.
Oh, right. Classes are returning. Oh, the class system is just so simple. It's just like such a better way to give players opportunity, like different kits, you know? I don't know. I just, the specialist system just did, that was definitely a phase, I feel like, but it's like good and true. You know, just can't go wrong with the class system. Which sounds so weird. It's like, it seems like I'm talking about the US like government or something. But yeah, it was overdone. But I feel like it was in reaction to Call of Duty, which really kind of did it first, and then Battlefield did it just to, like, I don't know, they kind of Battlefield, I feel like, tries to compete with Call of Duty when realistically I feel like they're kind of separate games. Like I would play them for different reasons, I guess. But I don't know, maybe players don't think about it like that.
And that's about it. In total, around 8 to 10 seconds of gameplay. The music is from Battlefield 3, the main theme as far as I can tell. And after seeing this clip, that's the vibe that I got in general. Almost an updated version of Battlefield 3, bringing it to modern standards of graphics and audio. There's clearly an emphasis on violent explosive combat. The destruction here looked very detailed too. And maybe
But I mean, but like they're definitely playing this up for the trailer though, like all these explosions and shit.
Drops are back based on that clip where you can fire a rocket at a wall and then damage players underneath that the rubble might fall onto. An observation I made here is that it looks like they've got rid of tactical sprint, as no one in the whole video does that thing where they hold their gun up and starts moving at maximum pace, so perhaps it'll be just sprint for this game. The animations certainly look and feel a bit weightier and grounded too. Before we get onto Battlefield Labs, there were a few more snippets of gameplay and assets in the background throughout the video, but it's mostly blurred or on screens in the background, so it's hard to make out. However, we did see work in progress destruction. We saw some soldier models with goggles. You do hear more Battlefield 3 style callouts from soldiers, shouting, swearing, etc. We briefly see a portion of a map overview of what looks like a very focused urban combat map surrounded by desert.
Interesting.
Could be the same map that we saw in the gameplay clip. There's a model of a Black Hawk too. We did see this in a previous concept art, so these could be returning as transport vehicles. Now then, Battlefield Labs, what is it? This is a new playtest initiative for the game, and they said a few things about it towards the end of the video. The developers say that they've been prototyping and playtesting a lot, which ultimately led them to Battlefield Labs, which is a new development initiative where players will get to test specific focus areas in the game. Think of it like a new version of CTE, but before the game is out. Some interesting quotes from the video were the following. They've done similar things in the past, but this is another level. It's before we launch the game with so much more content. It's an exciting way for us to interact with our audience before things go live and make sure what we have is really fun and polished. All the new features will be tested: combat, weapons, maps, modes, vehicles, gadgets. We can try different things, but also validate what players are expecting for Battlefield. The feedback is crucial in helping knowing what to prioritize, what needs improvement, what feels like a true Battlefield.
Yeah, I mean, it's just typical. I don't know, it seems like it's just playtest, like
experience. And finally, the game is pre-alpha right now, so they feel now is the right time to test all of the experiences they're building for upcoming launch and beyond. At the end of this section in the video, they said that if you want to learn more, you can join their Discord, and there's a sign-up link. So, what are the implications here? I think the first thing worth noting is that the game is still pre-alpha right now. It doesn't have an official title yet. You can't pre-order it, you can't buy it. It doesn't even have a release date. So, perhaps later.
I feel like it's still coming out this year, though. I feel like it's just
for full release.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what it would seem like, because 2042 came out a while ago now.
We don't know yet. This also potentially signals a change of behavior if they're being true to their words. Mass testing online with players this early on in development and before launch has not been done before for Battlefield, to my knowledge.
Interesting.
We all know how bad the launch of Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042 went. Many
Battlefield 5 had a bad launch too.
Issues and design choices that did not deliver for fans. Battlefield 2042 suffered greatly from this. For me personally, I first played BF 2042 in the technical playtest, which was mid-August in 2021. That was just on the orbital map with great textures, 4 characters, a few weapons and vehicles. I don't
know, 2042 is like, yeah, it's kind of like okay now, I guess still.
About 45 minutes. The next time I played was the beta in October 2021 with everyone else, and we were told that it was a 3-month-old version of the game. The game then released a month later in November 2021.
I just feel like though that there's not as many players still. I do, when I've like played it, there hasn't been that many I just feel like I'm playing with a lot of bots. So I did remember my EA password. Hopefully. But now I'm not getting that email that they need me to get.
And the glaring issues were still present, but they still went ahead with the launch. For the new title, bringing many players in this early could help in a lot of different ways. It will definitely help in terms of identifying technical problems, map glitches, balance, anti-cheat, expectations, etc. But as far as game design goes, I suppose it depends on how willing Battlefield are to address crucial feedback and make changes. That remains to be seen. I would be skeptical about this too, because even though the game...
that's what it's kind of like pre-alpha, like that seems late to do like playtesting actually, if I'm being honest. I feel like Valve does playtesting like immediately, but they kind of are a little cracked on a different level here, I guess. Okay.
They showed in the video today will excite many people, and the things that they're saying are ticking a lot of boxes. Remember that many people were blown away by the reveal trailer for Battlefield 2042, which again looked incredible, felt like Battlefield, but the reality of the gameplay experience was very different. Some of the gameplay snippets I picked up from the video, they mentioned Breakthrough, obviously a very popular mode, so highly likely to return. You do see a shot of an
Breakthrough? I've never heard that mode.
interact prompt on an objective
Conquest large only.
so that might be Rush. They mentioned helicopters crashing into buildings, roofs dropping on your head, and jets. So it would seem tanks, as we saw, helis and jets will all be there to some degree. There was another.
I mean,
in
like,
the video
bro, if they didn't have any aerial vehicles, that would be weird, though. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's kind of.
To Battlefield Studios. They said that they've never before had this many teams and talent dedicated to Battlefield and are planning to create a new and exciting future for the franchise. Battlefield Studios are 4 studios working together on the new game. You've got DICE in Stockholm, Sweden, responsible for the multiplayer part of the game, Destruction, class play.
It's kind of weird because like nothing has actually really changed with the whole Battlefield Studios thing. I know that like they're collaborating more, but like each studio just seems to be working on things that they have already worked on in the past on other Battlefield games. So
Squad play, vehicles, gadgets, all of the underlying systems that drive that experience. Motive in Montreal, they're working on multiplayer maps and single player mission content, planning to deliver a cinematic experience.
It's weird that though a separate studio is working on the maps. It seems like pretty integral. Like you'd want to like maybe start with the maps or something.
LA, Ripple Effect, quote, working on an experience that's really going to open Battlefield up to a whole group of new players, but really still exciting that core audience that has made this franchise so successful. Long-standing rumors and speculation, it's a bit of a no-brainer, insinuate that this will be a free-to-play Battle Royale experience. Fingers crossed that
still? Battle Royale is interesting now because I used to like watch streamers like who played BR games, but I don't really watch those kind of games or streamers anymore really, and so I'm not really too in tune, but I could see people like wanting a new Battle Royale game, but I feel like it's kind of too late now though. I don't know.
that is separate from the main game though. Ripple Effect was also the driving force on Portal for BF 2042, which was woefully underdeveloped and represented. No mention of that in the new video sadly, but I'd love to see it come back as the potential for that was huge. And then the final studio is Criterion, based in the UK. They've been supporting Battlefield for a decade, and they are now classed as a fully fledged partner, mainly focusing on the single player experience. The campaign is back for Battlefield. I'd love to see the campaign focus more on a single squad again, like it used to, rather than the war stories that we had in BF1 and BF5. You didn't really get much chance to learn or care about the characters, but when you think about Bad Company 2, BF3, the squad play, the dynamic there with the narrative, it's so important to how that feels. That's about it. That's all the info that comes out of this one. As always, do let me know your thoughts below on the new gameplay clips, the Battlefield Labs thing too. Try your luck. The website to sign up has just gone live, and it says that it will be under NDA. It's an unfinished puzzle, and they'll be testing Conquest and Breakthrough. If you want to get involved, there's a sign up now link on the website. And to begin with, it will be limited to a few thousand participants, with servers located in Europe and North America. Over time, they're going to invite tens of thousands more with support.
Oh, okay, so this is why I'm not getting my email. Fuck. Dang. Okay, so maybe I lucked out and I signed up early? I'm not getting the email they're sending to me. The queue is probably just insane right now. What's the Oh, I never clicked the send code button. God damn it. I'm sitting here like, bro, when do they send me a code? There's a button I have to click that click send code. 46,000 people in queue. Okay, I got the code. Thank goodness. Bro. Look how deep I am. This was uploaded an hour ago. This is now 145,000 people. My wait time is more than 1 hour. Shit. All right, well, I'll just leave this on the background.
For further territories. With that said, I'm off for today. Thanks for watching. Drop me a like if you enjoyed the video, a dislike if you didn't. Subscribe if you're new here.
I think people are really excited though for new Battlefield. I think people really want the next Battlefield to be good and just want it in general. I do feel like that. All right, any other cool trailers? Games coming out? Farming Simulator VR. I could see that being cool. Vault Breakers. Oh, I think I've seen this trailer actually. Color a Cube. This game looks cool. Let's watch that. Old Timer Transport Sim. Killing Floor 3. But I mean, that's kind of like The Sims Legacy Collection. Of course, they're going to resell that. Survive the Fall. Techno Banter. This game seems funky. Alright, let's watch this Hogwarts Legacy mod trailer. PC modding. We'll watch that one. Okay. I never played Hogwarts Legacy, but I could see the modding making this game like very interesting, like a lot cooler.
Hey everyone, Chandler Wood here, Community Manager at Avalanche Software, and I'm incredibly excited to finally announce that official modding is coming to Hogwarts Legacy in our next free update. That's right, we're opening the doors and we can't wait to see what you come up with. Wait, Chandler, what exactly is modding? Well, I'm glad you asked, Chandler. Modding is the ability for you, our amazing community of players, to create and play custom content in Hogwarts Legacy. But Chandler, isn't modding usually complicated? It doesn't have to be. We've made it easy for everyone. It's all simplified with official tools provided by us. For mod creators, you'll be able to get the official Hogwarts Legacy Creator Kit free on the Epic Games Store. The Creator Kit provides powerful tools right at your fingertips,
Epic Games
allowing you
Store.
to flex your inner developer, like the ones here at Avalanche, and conjure the magic with custom mods that other players can enjoy too. If you're already dreaming up new mods, connecting your CurseForge and WB Games accounts will let you easily upload your creations directly into Hogwarts Legacy for other players to enjoy.
I'll save to use CurseForge.
And for players to use these mods, our in-game mod manager makes finding, downloading, and installing mods as easy as casting a local.
That is cool, like an in-game mod manager, like I mean, that tells you that's kind of like first-party support, I guess. Like they're taking it seriously. That's cool.
So what's possible with modding? Whether it's adding small touches like hairstyles or character cosmetics, or it's diving deep with gameplay changes like new dungeons and quests, I'm excited for what I've seen so far. In fact, we've been working with some incredible mod creators ahead of launch to make sure you'll have some really cool things ready to play with right from day one.
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time.
All right, so
This game reminds me of the game Bully. I don't know, it just seems like like running around like a school like that. Like what other game was like that?
Why settle for a standard sweeper when you can fly on something a little more creative? How about transforming your broom into a dragon spine, a phoenix, or even a vacuum cleaner as an homage to a few other wishes?
Whoa. Yeah.
And we'll have fresh ways to customize characters. Want long braids, Kelpie-inspired clothes, or maybe Hogwarts house outfits in new styles like Kraken or Periwinkle? Done. Now you've got it. Want new gameplay challenges to tackle? How about a brand new endless dungeon experience with constant combat and hidden paths? Check out the Dungeon of Doom mod. Feeling whimsical? There's a brand new magical creature fetch quest.
Wait.
But this is just the beginning. Now is where you come in. Our modding tools give you the ability to create these new quests, design custom dungeons, and make an assortment of cosmetic changes. I, for one, have always thought it would be cool to ride a dragon, or have a beard as a 5th year, or even modding our very own Andrew Corum into a picture frame or 2, 3, or 4, or 10. Mods make my bad Photoshop a thing of the past, and in-game dreams a reality. Modding is the next stage of Hogwarts Legacy, and we're excited to put it in the hands of our
This editing is like way too quirky.
community. That's you. To see what you create, get ready to conjure the magic. Official modding support and the Hogwarts Legacy Creator Kit releases on January 30th. We can't wait to embark on this magical new journey with you. Bye.
So it's interesting that using CurseForge. I wonder if you could like use Nexus mods. Interesting. Cool. Okay, let's check out this game trailer. Oh, I missed it. Explore the depths of the underward and carry the test subject monsters to the elevator. Visuals look great. So is this like a Lethal Company kind of game where it's like levels? What the heck? The graphics are interesting. Jesus. definitely spooky. These like camera like CCTV angles are interesting. This was not what I expected it to be, honestly. All right. Okay. Bro, this is the other video I found. Doreen Aerospace. They spent 9 years designing the perfect flying car. This flying car like VTOL market is so weird because I don't even know who the market's for. Like rich people, I guess.
A race is underway.
Have they actually made one yet? That was the question.
As the computer boom of the 80s and the space race of the 60s. But this time, it's about redefining how the world moves.
Oh, we're speeding this up.
Welcome to flying cars. A projected $1 trillion market by 2040.
Is a computer-generated rendering. No units have been tested and is not yet approved for urban use.
About to take flight. Actively being worked by us here at Doroni. Governments worldwide, including the US, China, and India, are actively exploring the potential to lead this industry. We believe eVTOLs cannot only
Okay, so this is even real flying though. It's so
the paradigm of personal transportation. These vehicles hold the power to expand the areas where people live and can improve businesses and government-funded operations. As you can see, this is an investment opportunity in a company that has potential to disrupt transportation as we know it.
This new electric flying car can be piloted with a driver's license and it will fit in your garage. This was in 2022. We're now in 2025. Still no working prototype. Still nothing. Like, I just don't understand how people can make promises like this.
To disrupt transportation as we know it. My passion for flying cars started as a child. I was always obsessed with the idea of beating traffic and gliding overseas. But it was really in 2016 when everything clicked. I saw a kid on the street playing with a drone, and that was when I realized that a propulsion system existed to create a flying car. Seeing this, I went
I don't know if you want to say that.
And gliding overseas. But it was really in 2016 when everything clicked. I saw a kid on the street playing with a drone, and that was when I realized that a propulsion system existed to create a flying car. Seeing this, I went all in and built the first prototype of a practical, feasible flying car out of my living room and home garage. I knew this was the future when I flew it myself. From there, Doroni was officially born. But we knew we needed the support of the US government.
Didn't even show it. This is all they showed. Come on, bro. You got to show it. Like, at least show the youth flying this thing. That's all they show.
From there, Doroni was officially born. But we knew we needed the support of the US government to make this a reality, and then became one of the only eVTOL companies in the US to receive the airworthiness certificate from the FAA without.
Yeah. Okay. So he's literally going falls into the eVTOL category, which is like there's like 1,000 other startups like this. I don't know.
The X1 P1, which I successfully flew here at our warehouse. Fast forward.
Oh shit! Okay, there we go.
We are positioned to be the most successful eVTOL company because our design for the H1X solved a massive problem that has plagued the eVTOL industry so far.
What? What's the problem?
For example, this is a regular standard drone. Some eVTOLs come with the same configuration where the propellers leave in this position. Works great for a drone, but if you are inside the device, you would throw up from the tilt on acceleration. Also, see these blades? Works fine for a small plastic drone, but when enlarged for a realistic human transportation vehicle, it can cause safety issues when taking off and landing in a residential area. This is not a customer first experience. The traditional air traction eVTOL design comes with a good solution for forward movement, but it still does not.
That's not like a traditional design. That's like, that's what, you know, one company's come up with. I don't know if this is like traditional.
But it still does not offer a practical experience for personal use. They built their propellers in a way where it would adjust mid-flight after taking off. First, the propellers stand upwards, then they will transition downwards to allow the vehicle to properly accelerate forward without the uncomfortable forward-leaning motion. The problem with this is that it takes loads of time and energy for the propellers to transition. It also leaves room for many complications both in flight and in the production of the eVTOL, which can make the vehicle less reliable and cost more money to produce. It's these.
I guess he's selling it like he's the only eVTOL company. Like, people have already solved this problem, I guess. Like, it's not like it's anything like that crazy. I don't know.
That can really define the winners of a technology race such as this. Our H1X model uses an X8 configuration with closed propellers. The closed propellers encapsulate the blades, not only making it safer for the surrounding, but also directing the energy downwards, which makes the eVTOL more energy efficient. We also put two permanently encapsulated propellers facing horizontally below the cockpit, allowing the pilot to effectively accelerate the vehicle at high speeds without the uncomfortable forward-leaning motion. We are aiming to make this a product that global people actually want to use. We've also taken safety to a new level. The shell of the cockpit is designed like an egg, inspired by F1 vehicles, which are carbon fiber monocoque.
I see.
We've also integrated advanced safety features, including intelligent computer systems.
Wait. What is the design like an egg? It made me seem like something was gonna like crack, or if it like that's not the best analogy to use.
To a new level. The shell of the cockpit is designed like an egg, inspired by F1 vehicles, which are carbon fiber monocoque. We've also integrated.
You fail to realize that they're also designed like that because they're fucking tank. Like, you know, the cockpit that they sit in is like, you know, reinforced. It's, you know, it'll be the one thing that survives in the car if nothing else. Failed to mention that.
Including intelligent computer systems and a ballistic parachute to ensure passengers' safety in any scenario.
One of the most important factors outside of being able to produce an amazing product is being able to manufacture at mass scale to fulfill orders. That's why we're already making decisions today that will affect the efficiency of the production line in the future. For example, many pieces of the H1X were made in a way where the pieces can snap together to save time. We also minimize the number of different types of screws needed to drill in parts so that our production line remains consistent. With this mindset and structure, we believe Droni will be able to mass produce our eVTOLs at a similar rate as luxury car manufacturer.
Yeah, right there. They're targeting rich people, luxury car manufacturers. Like, I don't know.
We worked hard to develop a product that any regular person or business owner could have access to, while we would still make profit.
Literally in the last breath, they said that it would cost as much as a luxury car. Like, a normal person cannot access a luxury car. I don't know.
With the governments around the world being this optimistic about personal transportation vehicles, join us and learn more to be a part of our vision for the future of transportation. Together, we hope not to only transform the eVTOL industry, but we plan to disrupt and advance the transportation sector at large.
All right, that's a big claim. One of the hard-hitting questions. They even pin these. They answer it. Electric battery. Recharge using standard EV chargers. $60 miles on a single charge? You're not going anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Urban short distance inner city travel. Bro, this is the least efficient way to travel 60 miles. 60 miles. Exactly. What problem do these solve? What do I do if there's no recharging? Planning fights around, yeah. H1 is designed to transport 2 passengers and combined payload capacity up to 500 pounds, which can be included luggage or cargo. That's not that much, honestly. With 2 people around 200 pounds, which is like 2 like male dudes who are like, you know, 6-ish feet. Then you could each bring like a bag with 50, like that. Just, you're cutting it close there. Fit in adjacent parking spots. Dedicated Verdi ports for storage facilities. Will you mass transport versions like flying buses efficiently move lots of people? That's what I'm saying. Like, to move 2 people, 500 pounds, 60 miles, it just seems like not efficient or expensive. But personal transportation, I believe, equal. Yeah, I don't know. He just like all the responses and they just don't even. I don't know. This one is interesting. All right, that's all I got planned for today. Let's just take a look at Tech Meme real quick. See if anything new's popped up. Crazy. Okay, like, why the fuck would I want taxpayers' money to figure out what the, like, about tax TikTok, bro? Could give a, bro, like, what? Dang. All right, that's all I got planned for today's stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Back, blah, blah. Chill stream today. Be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific. And yeah, back at it. Might do some more gaming streams this week too. Some more Minecraft. So yeah, tune in. Thanks everyone for watching. And yeah, tune in tomorrow. 9 a.m. Pacific. See ya.